all friends of the Consciência a Serviço do Ser channel. Another episode of We Are All One Conversation from the Heart. With great joy and pleasure, we will have today a visit from a great friend of many years called Adalberto Rabelo Bueno. Good evening, Marco. Good afternoon, good night, good morning to anyone watching at any time of day, Adalberto. Good evening, Marco. Nice to participate here on your channel. A hug to Sarah too, to the listeners and or viewers to be more precise. Yeah, the internet is multidisciplinary. Someone might be listening to this video in their car and listening, and they might be watching it on their cell phone or whatever. Yes, there's no problem at all. Adalberto, he's a civil servant, and each of us has a profession, and is also a practical student of self knowledge. And those of you who follow the channel know how important it is to put teachings into practice. It is through practice that consciousness manifests itself in us, awakens, takes control of our lives, and transforms what needs to be transformed in us. After all, we are consciousness, although we have a lot of darkness within us due to ignorance, due to lack of knowledge. But this is an opportunity we will have because Adalberto is going to talk a little about a great Tibetan Lama who is considered perhaps one of the most wronged by the traditional media, and, well, we will talk about him. Several books edited and published in a huge effort to deliver to the West and to the entire world knowledge that previously reserved for the walls of Tibetan monasteries. And the name of that Lama is Lobsang Rampa. Yes, very good. How did this dedication to knowing and studying come about in you? Tell us a little of your story in relation to your initial knowledge, and how did you approach or come across Lobsang Rampa books, Adalberto? Yes, look, it's interesting. When I was a kid, I was at a neighbor's house for a birthday party, and I wasn't one to go through people's drawers, Like, even more, I arrived at a house there and I opened actually it was a cupboard door under the television like that. And there was the third guy, which was his first book. And I thought that was strange, but as a 5-year-old child, I looked at that cover like that with an eye in the center of the forehead, right? I think that a lot of people who like esotericism have already seen that cover, right? The book is here. Just now I was. This cover here. And I looked at this cover. I thought, actually, this one is a more updated version of the cover, but it was. It was the same image. And I asked the owner of the house, "What is this?" And since I was a child, I saw that people. Ah, and he said he was an author who talked about the spiritual and such. Then, when I lived for a while in Minas Gerais, there in Contagem, in a bookstore, I bought the
Tibetan stage.
which was his last book from 1980. And then I find out that it had passed away, this author. But then I started reading it, and it took me a while to read it, but I liked it. Then I started buying. That was around 98. Then I started reading. Each book I read made me more interested, and it was astral projection techniques that I used.